Cooperative Extension is celebrating the 100th anniversary of demonstration clubs in North Carolina. The clubs are part of the very successful Family and Consumer Sciences program. Extension Director Lisa Childers tells us about the history and legacy of demonstration clubs and how Family and Consumer Sciences is addressing the needs of today's society.
It's an exciting time in Cooperative Extension. We are celebrating 100 years of home demonstration. Some may ask, what is home demonstration? You may be more familiar with the term home economics or family and consumer sciences. Cooperative Extension began working with farmers and agriculture. Then we started working with youth, which then evolved into what we know as 4-H. And then years later, we began working with the ladies in the community. In 1911, Jane S. McKimmon was hired as the first state home demonstration agent. She was hired to teach skills like cooking and sewing, canning, and freezing. Jane S. McKimmon was a very visionary leader, and she worked to secure funding in order to hire other home demonstration agents across our state. The home demonstration clubs had a profound effect on our communities throughout North Carolina. These ladies held fundraisers and purchased books and bookmobiles, and this became the front runner for our public library system. In fact, some of our first libraries were actually housed in extension offices. They had cotton mattress programs, they led recycling efforts, they operated community canneries. They even helped and organized citizens to go and advocate for local telephone service in local rural areas. They are credited for raising $100,000 to actually build the Jane S. McKimmon Center, which is on NC State University campus. Home demonstration clubs started curb markets when they used to gather their goods and produce, and they would go on the street corners and sell these goods to the community. This became the front runner for what we know today as farmers markets. There's actually a really cute story that in the 1920s we had our first curb market here that the home demonstrations ladies actually started here in Cumberland County. The weather was a little difficult, and so they went to the county commissioners and asked them if they could start holding their curb market indoors at the bottom of the courthouse. That was a really neat story, and you know, we're pleased that they were able to do that, and that tradition has continued with a farmer's market. Some folks may not be familiar that today's schools' cafeterias resulted from home demonstration members organizing and serving hot meals to children in school. During the Great Depression, it was really all about survival. This group of ordinary women were able to band together and bring about amazing opportunities for our community. They taught their neighbors those survival skills that they really brought them through a difficult time. They would grow large gardens and preserve their fruits and vegetables for the winter. They would also teach them how to hem long pants for the summer, and then when it got colder to let the hem out. So they really taught those skills that were necessary for communities to thrive and survive. A few years ago, a book was written about the history of home demonstration. The book is entitled Ordinary Women, Extraordinary Service. I cannot think of a more fitting title for these ladies and the impact that they have had on North Carolina history. Today, Family and Consumer Sciences is just as important as it was 100 years ago. The name can change, but the need for people to know these fundamental skills will never change. They can still contact the Cooperative Extension office, where we provide those traditional educational classes on sewing and food preservation, canning, cooking, and all of those traditional skills. As society and families have changed, so has family consumer science. while we still provide those traditional program areas, we also provide much more. We partner on programs like Eat Smart, Move More, Weigh Less. Programs like Eat Smart, Cook Smart, Give Your Heart a Healthy Beat. There's a whole host of food safety programs, financial management programs. We even have a program called Baby Think It Over to address teen pregnancy. I often wonder what Jane S. McKimmon would say if she was still around. I think she would be proud at the fact that Family Consumer Sciences has grown. I think she would be proud of our organization that 100 years later, here we are still providing families with these traditional skills while also expanding and providing families with programs on health and wellness, parenting, and just overall helping to build strong and healthy families in our community.